today I'm going to be talking about empowerment versus disempowerment and how to tell if you are living in disempowerment versus living in empowerment, or maybe most of us float through our day switching in like our week, like situations kind of shift where we're at. And so you can tell if a situation is empowering or disempowering to you. So the things I want to share with you, I have some notes so I will not get sidetracked. But basically, we have two states that we can be in. We can be in disempowerment or we can be in empowerment. And so, how do you know which one you're in? Well, there's a few things you can do. So basically, when you think about it like a triangle, which I wish I could like draw on the screen, maybe I can, but I don't know how. So imagining a triangle like this, right? And at the bottom of the triangle would be victim. So if you are in a state of disempowerment, you are seeing yourself as the victim. And the other two pieces of the triangle, sorry, my kid's school is a robot calling me. Not for anything, my kids are here. So we have the victim at the bottom, and then the top of the triangle, we've got this corner would be the rescuer. And so somebody or something or a dream could be seen as the rescuer. And then we have this other corner, which is the persecutor. And so let me give you an example of what this could look like. It could look like you feeling like the victim. Let's say you feel like you don't like your job, and the persecutor might be your boss or maybe a coworker, and you feel like the solution would be for somebody to rescue you out of that situation. And it could be thinking something like, well, maybe they'll get fired, or maybe they will, get in trouble, or maybe my manager is going to finally make them stop, making my life miserable, whatever. Someone's going to come in, or some situation is going to change, and you're suddenly going to be rescued from the situation. And so until then, you are seen as the victim. This is happening to you, and there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to wait to be rescued from this thing. It could be about anything, really. It doesn't have to be a job situation. It could be your life situation, something that's going on. Maybe it's eating healthy, and you're feeling like, well, I wish I could eat healthy. I'm not feeling well. I'm feeling sick all the time. But really, what would the persecutor be? The persecutor would be maybe the people in your family are always buying cookies, and they always have sweet treats, and so that's the problem. And the rescue would be maybe they'll stop doing that, and if they can stop buying the sweet treats, that would rescue you, and you won't have this problem anymore. So this could be something. That's just one example. So basically, the cycle of the disempowerment is that the person who's being disempowered or in disempowerment is that victim, and they're seeing their world, this reality, as persecutor is happening, something bad is happening, person, a thing, and they're waiting for someone to rescue them, something to change that rescues them. And so this is their reality. So if you're in this disempowerment, it really is a reality, because it's your mindset of how you are seeing this picture of your life, of whatever. And like I was saying earlier, it doesn't have to be your whole life. It could be one particular situation. It could be your job, or it could be something that happens like in your day maybe once, and that puts you in that victim mode. And if you've grown up seeing that victim mode a lot in your life, maybe the caregivers that you had were in victim mode, it's very hard to break out of that and shift into a different reality, because that was your worldview, that was your reality for so long. And so some people get out of the victim mode and then they kind of dip back in every once in a while. And the more that you bring in the new empowered reality, that reality of empowerment, the easier it's going to be to stay in that. And so I want to share with you what that looks like. It's a triangle again. So just to review really quickly, with the first reality of disempowerment, we have this triangle, and at the bottom we've got victim, we've got persecutor in this corner, and we've got the rescuer in this other corner. It makes a triangle. So for empowerment, for that reality, we have a triangle again, and this is empowered. So we put you at the top, and this would be that you are the creator. You're a creator. And that other piece would be seen as a challenge. So rather than a persecutor, a challenge. And then the other piece would be a coach. And that coach could be yourself. You can talk to yourself as if you are your own coach. And so you are dealing with a new reality. We're not in that disempowered reality. We are in an empowered reality. We've shifted away. So let me be clear, the situation did not change in this. It's just that our reality and our belief around it has shifted. So rather than believing that you are a victim, you're believing that you are a creator. And a creator is going to behave differently. A creator is not going to sit around waiting to be rescued, waiting for the situation to change, waiting for somebody to step in. A creator is not going to do that. They are going to coach themselves through it. They're going to reach out for support maybe, but they're not just waiting on it. But oftentimes they're going to be creative, right? Because they're a creator. So they're going to start coming up with creative solutions and things to do. And they're not seeing it as a persecutor like the victim was. So the victim's like, oh, this persecutor, this thing or this person that's happening to me, I'm down here and I can't do anything about it. They see it as a challenge. So they're like, okay, this is a challenge. And through challenge, when we go through challenges, we grow, we get stronger, we get more awesome. And so it's an empowered state to look at a problem, no matter how big or small, and see it as a challenge rather than seeing it as being persecuted. And so if anyone needs any clarity on that, feel free to drop a comment in the chat, or if you have a situation that maybe you're dealing with and you would like to talk about that, and I can kind of pull it in of a situation where maybe you felt like a victim and how could you shift into creator, you're welcome to pop that in the chat. And you can put it in a personal message to me if you'd rather private message it. Not everyone wants to share all of their things. That's fine too. And I can kind of help you, because I used a couple different examples to show what that might look like, but sometimes it helps to see it in a context of something that you've actually experienced in your life. So I'm happy to do that. But I think we all can think of times where we felt like victims. And I think we can think of times where we felt like creators. And really, truly, the difference is your mindset. What is your mindset in that? And if you have fallen into feeling like a victim, it doesn't mean you have to stay there. You can shift your reality into creator mode whenever you want. And, I'm happy to share with you how to do that more. But I just wanted to kind of throw this out there as a general concept for you to start thinking about. And maybe this week or the rest of the month, as you're going through your life, start thinking about, am I thinking of this situation or this problem as a creator, or am I sitting in it as a victim? And that just bringing in that awareness is going to start to help you shift it. Just bringing in that awareness. And so I'm going to go over just one more time that disempowerment is the victim at the bottom of the triangle. We've got the persecutor up here and the rescuer over here. It's very inactive. It's very inactive. And then with empowerment, much more active. You, the creator, at the top rather than the victim. We've got the challenge and we've got the coach. And so we have that piece. And like I said, the coach doesn't necessarily mean an outside person. It's just you talking to yourself, like, instead of, oh, I can't do this, I wish somebody would come help me, it's you going, okay, this is really hard, but like, I'm gonna figure this out, I can do this. And, you know, going for it. You're coaching yourself, giving yourself a little pep talk, instead of, well, I really hope somebody does something about this, or I told my boss and I'm just waiting for them to change something, or, you know, I told my spouse or whoever. It's coming back to, you can get through this. And it doesn't mean we don't ask for support when we need support, you know, coming into that challenge and being creative. Sometimes being creative means pulling in somebody else to help us, but it's active. It's not sitting and waiting. So that's the difference.